Hey guys, this is Sarah from Snacks and Crafts. Today we're following up on my first crochet video with another crochet video. Here I'm going to show you how to do a single crochet. Oh, my hair is all up in the yarn. A single crochet. And this, I've already done 2 rows of single crochet. Single stitch. So for you to be looking at this, you can recognize these bottom loops. That's part of our chain. And then these knots right here, right above the bottom loop, is the first row of single crochet. And then it's actually, I just finished this row, so this is how it would be laying, because you're always going to the right, like you're building this way. And so we've built up our first row, then we turned the work, and we've built up our second row, which are these right here. And then we'll turn the work again and build up our third row, which kind of looks like 2 layers right now, because we have the knots from our third, which is our first row of single stitches, but it's our third working row. And then these fluffy bits at the top are going to be where we're going to put stitches for the next row. So these holes that I'm going in right now, this is where I would stick my hook to go into and build the next row. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do. So at the beginning of any row, you're going to start this way and work. So you chain this way, and then you're gonna go back into your chain and make it. So if I say something the opposite, like, oh, it's supposed to go left or it's supposed to go right, I'm so sorry. I promise I'll get better. So you're going to first build your foundation left to right, and then you're going to go back into your foundation right to left. And that's how we're going to build. So because we're doing a single crochet, we're going to chain 1 to go up, and that's to build the height of the next row. So if we were doing double crochet or treble or half double crochet, like, those are different stitches. Those require different height builds. So right now we're flat on this row. We're still on row 2. And so I'm going to single crochet, and then we're going to do 10 stitches. So, well, I'm going to chain 1, and then we'll do single stitches. So I'm going to chain 1, parallel, wrap around, hook down, pull through. That is my chain 1. That's the height of my next row. Then I'm going to go into this. I'm going to go into this hole right here. So you see there's two pieces of thread on top of it. And so that's the hole that I'm looking for. And this was the hardest thing for me to find when I was first crocheting. But we're going to put our hook in there. And if we have our tension right, when you first start, your tension is going to be really tight. It's going to be really difficult. You're going to want to start over. But it should be loose that you can kind of see through it. Or that your hook could go through it. Because if you're working with something super small where the hook's really small, or lace weight, it is going to look really tiny, but your hook should be able to go through without difficulty. So we're going to go through. Let me start over. All right, now we're going to start. And I'm just going to do it and then explain it. Okay, so that is 1 single crochet. So it's 1 up, and then we've done 1 over in our pocket. So next I'm going to verbally walk you through it. So we're going to insert our hook into the stitch. We were parallel. We're going to wrap around, hook it, pull it through. So now we have 2 on our hook. We're going to wrap around again, and we're going to pull this through both of them. And that's going to build the next stitch on the row. So that was 2. 1, 2. This is number 3. go through, we got 2, go through again, and then tighten up your tension. So as your work gets bigger, it'll be easier to like hold on to. And then you can always like stretch your work. You're trying to find the hole for your stitch. Oh, that's our single crochet. And so that's number 4. And so you can go back and count the stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're just going to keep single crochet to the end of this row. And then I'll show you what we do at the end of the row. This is our last one, so I'm gonna just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yes, this is gonna be our 10th one. This one's kind of hard to see as well, but the hole we want is right here. And anytime you go through, there should be a little V, two stitches at the top. I keep moving it to the side because there's like a bar. Holding up my phone, I want to make sure like I'm actually in screen, so I'm trying to like move it around that I can see through the phone. So anyway, this is our last stitch. Okay, so that's the end of our row. Now what we would do is turn the work. I don't know if there's a difference between clockwise and counterclockwise. You could just like let it swing around this way, that's fine too. I don't crochet, like I'm not experienced enough to know if it really makes a difference, but our work is twisting like this, I think because of my tension, and eventually it'll flatten out. I don't know. It doesn't really bother me when I do stuff like this because you can always block it later, or it could be because it's like so tiny it's just gonna twist. If someone knows why it does that, or if it's answered in someone else's video, feel free to leave a comment. I'm so still new at this. Anyway, so at this point, if I'm going to start a new row, I like to just double check my stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. So I do have 10 stitches. I didn't miss any of them. I didn't do anything extra. When you have a lot, you always want to make sure you're doing that right, because when you're following a pattern, they're going to be like, you should have this many stitches at the end of your row. And so to build up our next row, we're going to start with a slip stitch. That's going to build the height. And then go back, find the hole. We've got 2 above that don't include the one that we did, but I'm talking about these 1, 2. Hook it through. We have 2 on the line, on the hook. Take it, yarn over, I think is the term. Yarn over, pull through. Okay. So then we're going to look for the next little hole. It's right there. Go in, yarn over, pull through, weave 2, yarn over, pull through, and now we have 2 stitches. And so you just keep doing that. This is what your single crochet is going to look like. I think, now I can't find, and I can't, I'm trying to see, this is some older work I've done. You can see it's like all curled up. So I don't know if it's my tension or the way I'm turning, but see, you want to make sure you get the number of stitches you have right, because I ended up increasing when I didn't mean to. This side is straight, this side is not. So now it looks like a little banner. Isn't that cute? This is also single crochet. If I've ever stopped crocheting, I just like pull that really long and then it kind of locks it. So that's kind of cool. This also single crochet, can you tell? It looks like it. This looks like it's also single crochet. This one is definitely not single crochet. And I don't know if it's because of the darker yarn, you can't tell. I just know it's not. I can't tell if it's double or half double. But I do know that it's different. See? So. But anyway, after a while, once you get really good at stuff, you can do granny squares. This was my favorite thing to learn to do. These are with double crochet though. And you can kind of see they're longer and looser. And this is with a really soft yarn. But thank you for watching. Please let me know if you also have any tips or tricks about crocheting. Who do you like to watch on YouTube for crochet videos? How much does it bother you that your hair gets into everything you work on? It bothers me a little bit, only because I have dark hair and I usually work with light colors. But anyway, this is my little swatch of single crochet. Thanks for watching.